up this morning and I heard the news. I know the pain of a heart.
7 weeks ago, my brother passed away. The past 7 weeks have been the most chaotic, traumatic, painful, ugly weeks of my life. I never thought my heart could sink as low as it sunk. Never thought I could go through the things that I've gone through. And the faithfulness of God is what stands out above everything else. And although this is a story about the loss of a life, the big story is about the faithfulness of God and the way that He has held me together amidst the most terrible of situations. I was in Seattle when I found out about my brother passing away, and found out on the phone through my parents, and I still remember the minute that my world would never be the same when my mom said the words that your brother's gone. Through a broken voice, she just said, your brother's gone. And that changed my world forever, completely and totally.
I don't need answers. Well, I just need some peace. I just need
Very beginning, I felt a tremendous amount of peace, a tremendous amount of comfort just encompassing me. And I remember we had gone from Seattle down to Portland, and we had picked my parents up from the airport, and we went down to the funeral home to start making arrangements. And while we were in the funeral home, I remember looking around and just seeing everybody was just getting emotional. I could look at my parents and they were falling apart. Looked at my aunt, and every now and then she's wiping a tear away from her eye. One of my best friends who had been with me from the get-go, I mean, even he had the most solemn look on his face, and every now and then you could see him getting somewhat teared up. So I go to use the bathroom, and on my way back out, I'm thinking to myself, how am I not getting emotional? And I see my cousins out in the lobby, and I see them. They're pretty emotional. And I go back into the room, and I remember just thinking to myself, God, if this is you, I need you to show me beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is you. Because I know how prideful and egotistical of a man that I am. I know how much I'm going to try to steal the glory for this. I know how much I'm going to try to make this my thing. We ended up writing goodbye letters to my brother, being cremated with him. And I go sit down in the corner and I start writing this letter. And before I can even get the word Jeff written down at the top of the page, I fall apart and completely and totally lose it. I just have tears streaming down my face. I have snot just coming out my nose. And I'm just a hot mess at this point. And all of the peace that I had left me at that point. It was completely and totally gone. And I remember just sitting there thinking about, well, my parents are going to have to go into a retirement home at some point. My brother was supposed to be there to help me with that. We were supposed to do that together. Now I'm all alone on this. And then what happens when my parents and I have to do their funeral? I'm all alone on this now too. At least I have my parents here for this. And just all of these things just started kind of building up in me. And surrounding all of this is just this longing, this sorrow, this feeling that I just want to call my brother. I just want to talk to my brother more than anything, and I can't. And I lost it. All my peace was gone at that point. And my aunt comes over and she starts hugging me, and I'm getting snot and tears all over her. And I remember just realizing the prayer I had just prayed, and I was like, you know what, God, this is enough. This is enough. I get it. I get that this is you. please, please give me some of this peace back. And within seconds it was back. And it still sucked. I still cried the entire time when I wrote the letter, but there was just this overwhelming sense of peace that I cannot describe. It was not earthly. It's nothing that I could fabricate. And if you don't need anything else to prove that there's a God for me, you can take all the scripture you want, you can take all the facts you want, but the feelings that I have been blessed with since this happened have proven to me that there is a God that intimately cares about you, and He intimately cares about me, and that He wants to love us and He wants to comfort us in our time of need. He wants to be there for you above everything else.